Hello and welcome to Senior Health. Today I am going to share something that might truly shock you. As a brain doctor, I have studied the human brain for decades, and I have seen how even the smallest daily habits can either protect the brain or put it in danger. One habit that many people never think about, but which can silently raise the risk of stroke overnight, is the position in which you sleep. Yes, you heard that correctly. The way you lie in bed, hour after hour, could make the difference between waking up refreshed or waking up with a serious brain problem. Most seniors are very careful about their diet, their medicines, and sometimes even their exercise. But when it comes to sleep, many believe that as long as they get enough hours, the position doesn't matter. Sadly, that is not true. The body is not designed to handle certain positions for a long stretch of time, especially after the age of 60. Blood flow can get restricted, oxygen levels can drop, and the pressure inside your head can rise. And when these problems combine, the chance of a stroke increases dramatically. Now you may wonder, how could something as natural as sleep be dangerous? Sleep is meant to heal us, not hurt us, right? And yes, that is true, but only if you allow the body to rest in a way that keeps the brain supplied with oxygen and blood throughout the night. The wrong position can silently choke off that supply. Imagine watering a plant. If the pipe gets bent, even slightly, the water flow reduces. The plant doesn't die immediately, but over time it suffers. The same thing happens inside your body when circulation is blocked by the way you sleep. Let me ask you a simple question. When you wake up in the morning, do you sometimes feel groggy, dizzy, or like your brain is in a fog? Many people blame age for that, but often it is not just age. It is the brain telling you it didn't get enough oxygen during the night. If this keeps happening for years, the brain becomes weaker, memory fades, and the risk of a sudden stroke rises. And the shocking part is, all of this could be because of how you were lying in bed. That is why today's topic is so important. By the end of this video, you will know which sleeping position puts you at the highest risk of stroke, why it happens, and what positions are safer. And let me tell you this, sometimes, one small change in habit can add years of healthy life. Before we talk about the dangerous sleeping position itself, let's understand why sleep is so important for the brain, especially after the age of 60. When you are asleep, your body is not just resting. Inside your brain, something very special is happening. Tiny waste products that build up during the day get flushed out, your blood pressure stabilizes, your memory gets organized, and your brain cells repair themselves. In fact, your brain is more active during deep sleep than most people realize. It's almost like a cleaning crew enters your brain every night, scrubbing away the damage of the day and preparing you for tomorrow. But here's the problem: if your sleep is disturbed, or if the flow of blood and oxygen to the brain is reduced because of the position you are lying in, this repair system cannot work properly. The brain becomes inflamed, small blood vessels become damaged, and over time, the chances of blood clots increase. For a senior, this can be dangerous. A stroke happens when blood flow to the brain is blocked or when a blood vessel bursts. Every minute that passes during a stroke, millions of brain cells can die. And while most people know about the common causes of stroke, like high blood pressure, diabetes, or smoking, very few realize that the way you position yourself at night could be quietly adding to your risk. Think about it, you spend almost 1/3 of your life sleeping. That's 6 to 8 hours every single night. If those hours are spent in a position that strains your circulation, that's like forcing your heart and brain to run a marathon every night without rest. Have you ever woken up with a numb arm, tingling fingers, or a stiff neck? That's your body telling you that circulation was being cut off while you slept. If that can happen to your arm, imagine what could be happening to the delicate blood vessels inside your head. And unlike your arm, you won't feel that in the same way. Instead, you'll only notice later, maybe in the form of memory loss, confusion, dizziness, or sadly, sometimes a sudden stroke. Many seniors I have treated over the years told me they had no idea their sleeping habits could play such a big role in brain health. They thought stroke was only about diet or blood pressure. But when we carefully examined their lifestyle, it became clear that sleep posture was a silent but powerful factor. Some even experienced mini strokes at night, something they only realized when they woke up with slurred speech, weakness, or trouble walking. So, the first thing I want you to remember is this: sleep is not just rest. Sleep is a time when your brain depends on you to provide it with the best possible conditions to heal. And if you don't, the price can be very high. Now let's talk about the position that is most dangerous for your brain health and is strongly linked to a higher risk of stroke. The position I am talking about is lying flat on your back with your head too low. Many people, especially seniors, prefer this position because it feels relaxing at first. But inside your body, something harmful is taking place. When you lie completely flat on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissues in the throat backward. This narrows the airway. For many older adults, this leads to pauses in breathing during the night, a condition called sleep apnea. Each time this happens, your oxygen levels drop. Your brain becomes starved for air, even if you don't realize it. And it doesn't stop there. Sleeping flat on your back also causes blood to pool, raising the pressure inside your skull. Imagine filling a balloon with too much water, the pressure rises, and the balloon becomes weak. In a similar way, the blood vessels in your brain face unnecessary strain when you sleep flat on your back. Over hours and hours, night after night, this repeated stress can make them more likely to rupture or become blocked. That is how the risk of stroke increases silently. Seniors with high blood pressure or heart problems are especially vulnerable. Their blood vessels are already weaker, and when oxygen levels drop during sleep, the brain struggles even more. Many seniors who snore heavily or who feel tired during the day despite sleeping through the night are unknowingly experiencing this problem. I remember one patient who told me his wife always complained about his loud snoring. He thought it was just a funny habit. But after he suffered a minor stroke, we did a sleep study and discovered he was having dozens of breathing interruptions every night, all because of sleeping flat on his back. Once he changed his sleeping position and started using a slightly elevated pillow, his oxygen levels improved, his snoring reduced, and his risk of another stroke went down. You see, the danger is that back sleeping feels harmless. It feels normal. But inside, the brain may be struggling for oxygen. And the scary part is, you don't feel it while it's happening. You only notice the consequences later: confusion, dizziness, memory loss, or in the worst case, waking up unable to move one side of your body. This is why, as a brain doctor, I always warn my senior patients: if you sleep flat on your back with your head too low, you are putting yourself in danger without even realizing it. Now that we have seen why lying flat on your back with your head low is so risky, let's talk about another common position that many people use: sleeping on the stomach. At first, some people think this is comfortable. They feel like they breathe better in this position, and some even use it to reduce snoring. But the truth is, for seniors, sleeping on the stomach is far from safe. When you lie on your stomach, your neck has to twist to one side for hours. This twisting puts extra pressure on the arteries in your neck that carry blood up to the brain. Think of it like bending a garden hose. The water still flows, but the bend weakens the hose and reduces the flow. The same thing happens to your neck vessels. Blood flow becomes restricted, and your brain may not get enough oxygen while you sleep. Not only that, stomach sleeping presses down on your chest and makes it harder for your lungs to expand fully. This reduces oxygen levels as well. For seniors who may already have weaker lungs, or who suffer from conditions like COPD, asthma, or heart disease, this is especially dangerous. Another issue with stomach sleeping is spinal strain. The spine is not designed to stay twisted for 6 to 8 hours every night. Over time, this can lead to stiffness, nerve problems, and even chronic pain. And we know that poor posture at night can cause circulation problems that affect not just the back and neck but also the brain. I remember one elderly gentleman who always slept on his stomach because he believed it was the only way to stop his snoring. But he would wake up with severe neck pain and dizziness. After a medical checkup, we found that his neck arteries were being compressed during the night. Once he changed his sleeping position and began using a supportive side-sleeping pillow, his dizziness reduced and his overall health improved. So, while stomach sleeping may seem harmless, it silently places your brain, neck, lungs, and even your spine under pressure. Seniors, in particular, should avoid this position as much as possible. The truth is, both back sleeping with the head too low and stomach sleeping can increase stroke risk in different ways. But don't worry, there are safer alternatives. And once you know them, you can protect your brain every single night. Now that you know the safest sleeping positions, I want to go even deeper and share the lifestyle habits that can multiply the benefits of healthy sleep. Because the truth is, the position you choose is powerful, but it works best when combined with simple daily practices that keep your blood vessels clean and your brain strong. Let's begin with the most important one: blood pressure control. High blood pressure is the #1 cause of stroke worldwide. Many seniors live with it silently because it often has no symptoms. You can feel perfectly fine during the day and still have dangerously high pressure damaging your arteries at night. When you lie in the wrong position, this pressure becomes even worse. It's like pressing down on a weak pipe with extra force. That's why, along with sleeping on your side with your head elevated, you must keep your blood pressure under control. A balanced diet low in salt, daily gentle exercise like walking, and regular checkups with your doctor can go a long way. Next comes hydration. Did you know that dehydration thickens the blood, making clots more likely? Many seniors avoid drinking water in the evening because they don't want to wake up at night to use the bathroom. While this is understandable, going to bed dehydrated is risky. Thick blood plus poor sleeping posture can be a dangerous mix. A simple solution is to stay hydrated throughout the day and drink a small glass of water an hour before bed, giving your body time to process it before sleep. This keeps circulation smooth and reduces stroke risk. Now let's talk about exercise. No, I'm not asking you to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even 10 to 20 minutes of light stretching, yoga, or walking daily can strengthen your blood vessels and improve circulation. When your circulation is strong, the risks of poor sleeping posture are reduced. And exercise also helps you sleep better. A body that moves in the day rests more deeply at night. Another key factor is weight management. Excess weight around the neck and chest increases the chance of sleep apnea, those dangerous pauses in breathing we talked about earlier. Many seniors who snore heavily or wake up tired are actually experiencing sleep apnea. By losing even a few kilograms, the pressure on the airway reduces, and sleep becomes safer. This, combined with side sleeping, creates a powerful shield against stroke. But let's go back to sleep itself. I want you to picture this: every night when you close your eyes, your body begins a delicate dance. Your heart slows, your breathing deepens, and your brain begins cleaning itself. But if you're lying in a position that restricts oxygen, it's like trying to dance with heavy chains on your legs. The process is disturbed. By choosing the right position, you are removing those chains and allowing your body's natural healing to work freely. Let me share another story. A woman in her late 60s came to me after suffering from frequent morning headaches. She believed it was her blood sugar or her eyesight. But after a detailed conversation, we discovered her sleeping position was flat on her stomach with her head twisted sharply to the right. This not only strained her neck but also compressed her carotid artery, the main vessel carrying blood to the brain. Once she switched to side sleeping with support pillows, the headaches almost disappeared within weeks. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like I have a new life. I never knew something so small could make such a difference." Stories like these are countless, and they prove one thing: the body is always giving us signals. Morning dizziness, headaches, memory fog, daytime fatigue, these are not just old age. They are signs that the brain was not happy during the night. And if we ignore them, they can build into something far more dangerous. Now, beyond sleeping position, there are certain evening habits that can either protect or harm your sleep quality. For example, heavy late-night meals force your body to digest food instead of resting. This increases reflux, especially if you lie flat on your back, sending acid up the food pipe and disturbing your sleep. Alcohol, often thought of as a sleep aid, actually disrupts deep sleep and worsens snoring and apnea. Caffeine late in the evening does the same. By avoiding these, you create a smoother environment for safe sleep. On the other hand, calming habits like drinking a warm glass of milk, practicing deep breathing, or gentle stretching before bed prepare the body for rest. A calm body finds side sleeping more natural and less restless. Now, I want to address something emotional. Many seniors tell me they fear going to bed because they know of friends or relatives who went to sleep and never woke up. This fear is real, and it often comes from knowing that nighttime is when stroke risk is highest. But I tell them this: fear can either paralyze you or empower you. Instead of lying in bed with worry, take action. By adjusting your position, by keeping your blood pressure in check, by staying hydrated and supported, you are actively lowering that risk. You are giving yourself power, not fear. And there's something else: the emotional side of sleep. Seniors often carry stress, loneliness, or anxiety to bed. These mental weights can raise blood pressure and disturb sleep quality. One of the best things you can do before bed is release your mind from heavy thoughts. Talking to a loved one, praying, or writing in a gratitude journal can calm your heart. A calm heart beats smoother, and a smooth heartbeat means safer sleep. Let's return to science for a moment. Researchers have shown that side sleeping not only improves oxygen but also lowers nighttime blood pressure surges. These surges, small spikes that happen during poor sleep, are often the triggers for stroke. By simply lying on your side, you are reducing those spikes. It's almost like giving your brain a protective blanket that keeps it safe through the night. And here is something many people don't know: your brain position during sleep affects how your spinal fluid flows. This fluid cushions and protects your brain. When you lie on your side, the flow of this fluid improves, washing out toxins more effectively. But when you lie flat on your back or stomach, the flow becomes sluggish. Imagine a river. When the path is smooth, water cleans everything in its way. But if the path is blocked, dirt builds up. The same is true for your brain. Clean flow means protection against stroke, memory loss, and even diseases like Alzheimer's. Now imagine this. You are 65, 70, or 80 years old. You go to bed at night, but this time, instead of lying flat or on your stomach, you gently lie on your left side with a supportive pillow under your head and one between your knees. You feel comfortable, your breathing is smooth, your heart is not strained, and your brain is receiving steady oxygen. You drift into deep sleep. During the night, your brain cleans itself, your heart rests, and your body repairs. You wake up not only alive but refreshed, alert, and ready to enjoy another day with your loved ones. That is the gift of safe sleeping. I want you to think about your family for a moment. Your children, your grandchildren, maybe even great-grandchildren. They look to you for love, wisdom, and guidance. What a tragedy it would be to lose all of that because of a habit as small as the way you lie in bed. By protecting your brain during sleep, you are not just saving yourself, you are preserving memories, relationships, and the chance to spend more time with the people who love you. So tonight, when you go to bed, don't just collapse into any position. Be mindful. Choose the position that gives your brain the oxygen it deserves. Left side, with support, with elevation. Remember, it is not about perfection. Even if you can spend half the night this way, you are already lowering your risk. Small steps add up. As a brain doctor, I can give you medicines, I can give you advice, but the power to change your future lies in your hands, or rather, in how you choose to rest your head on the pillow tonight. And if you are watching this video, it means you care about your health. That already makes you stronger than most. So I leave you with this: take action tonight. Share this knowledge with a friend, a sibling, or a spouse. Teach them what you have learned, because awareness saves lives. Imagine how many strokes could be prevented if every senior simply changed their sleeping position. Your brain is your greatest treasure. Protect it every night, and it will reward you with more mornings, more memories, and more moments of joy. My dear friends, now you know the truth. Every night, as you close your eyes, your body enters a fragile state where small habits can mean the difference between health and danger. Something as simple as your sleeping position can decide whether your brain wakes up refreshed or whether it silently suffers. We have seen together how lying flat on your back with your head too low can cut off oxygen, strain your blood vessels, and increase the risk of stroke. We have seen how sleeping on your stomach twists your neck, squeezes your arteries, and makes breathing harder. And we have also learned how side sleeping, especially on the left side with your head slightly elevated, can protect your brain, support your heart, improve circulation, and even wash away toxins that damage memory. But now comes the most important part: what you do with this knowledge. Because knowing alone is not enough. Action is what saves lives. Tonight, when you go to bed, I want you to pause for a moment before you lie down. Think about what we discussed. Think about your brain, your heart, your family, and your future. Ask yourself, do I want to put my health at risk by ignoring this? Or do I want to give myself the best chance of waking up strong tomorrow? The choice is yours, and it begins with something as small as turning to your side. Imagine the impact if every senior watching this video decided to make this one simple change. How many strokes could be prevented? How many lives could be saved? How many children and grandchildren would still have their parents and grandparents by their side, smiling, talking, and sharing wisdom? The power of prevention is greater than we think, and it starts with each of us taking responsibility for the small things. And remember, this is not just about adding years to your life. This is about adding life to your years. Waking up every day with a clear mind, with energy in your body, with joy in your heart. Being able to walk, talk, laugh, and live without fear. Isn't that worth adjusting how you sleep? So I leave you with this heartfelt request: tonight, lie on your left side, support your head, keep your spine straight, and let your brain rest safely. Protect it the way it has protected you for all these years. Your brain is the home of your memories, your personality, and your soul. Guard it well. And if you found this message powerful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your loved ones, your friends, your community. There is someone out there who might be one night away from a stroke, and your sharing could save them. Finally, if you want more life-saving tips and science-backed advice to keep you strong after 60, subscribe to this channel, Senior Health. Here, we believe knowledge is medicine, and together we can live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Take action tonight. Protect your brain. Sleep smart, live strong, and wake up tomorrow with the gift of another beautiful day.